Hi, class. Welcome to week 10. I want to start off by saying, how about those Raiders and Lakers? Just want to give a shout out to all the sports fans out there. I happen not to be one, but my house is a Raider house. So when they have a victory, I have to celebrate as well. So, anyway, go Raiders, go Lakers. We did well this week. All right, so let's move on. We're going to go ahead and start with our lesson. And we are, like I said, in week 10. So let's get straight into it. Week 10 is all about MLA 2. So remember, we had the videos in last week. The assignment in this week is to read MLA 2, Citing Sources, Avoiding Plagiarism. So this is in the Diane Hacker book. Just continue reading. And then we also have our accompanying videos as normal, our lecture videos. I want you guys to go ahead and look at that and compare this to what you have read and make sure that you are taking notes so you can get the best out of it. Next, we have a couple of videos on your synthesis essay and the process. So go ahead and watch those and see if the light starts to shine a little brighter on the subject after you review the videos. Okay, this is a little video on primary and secondary sources to make sure that you guys know the difference. And I have put some literature below regarding primary and secondary sources. I want to make sure that you know that magazines and reports and all of these things, newspapers, documentaries, these are all secondary sources. You need two primary sources for your next assignment, the synthesis essay. So watch the video and then read the instructions so you are selecting the correct choice. Okay, now this is where you're going to actually submit your synthesis essay. This is the submit section. Someone submitted their thesis and outline in this section last week. Please correct it. I have sent a note to you and asked you to correct it and submit that in last week when it was due. It was due October 9th, not this week. So here it is in a nutshell. What you're going to do is you're going to get two articles and you're going to compare and contrast the two articles, two primary articles, which you should have already selected if you want to get involved in the exercise more. So before you write your paper, research and perform a close reading of two literary journal articles that you may want to include in this assignment, as well as your final argumentative essay. Now, I went over these instructions with you last week. It's the same, they have not changed. You need a 3 to 4 page document, double space, and the 3 to 4 pages does not include your works cited page. So carefully follow the guidelines, and you should be picking up on some of the MLA style by now after reading it. And with MLA style, it tells you to give a signal phrase whenever you're introducing your source for the first time to your readers in your work. So what that entails is you introduce the author and his works, the source that you are writing about. So it's the author and the title of the work before you start using it to show credibility. So you want to say like, professor from such and such university gives his account on such and such in his document entitled such and such. And then once you give the information, you want to immediately give the page number where you're getting that information from. And this is called in-text citation because the reader needs to be able to go to that document and find the page and the information that you are referring to in your source. So once you introduce your author for the first time, you don't have to continue to introduce him, but after you use his work, but you do have to cite it. If you use this author again, you have to cite the last name and the page number where the information can be found at the end of the information that you are citing in your paper. Now, when you put that information, it is in parentheses. The author's last name and the page number are in parentheses, but there are, you don't put any punctuation between the author's name and the page number. So it's begin paren and the author's last name, say Brown, and then page 30, close paren. So make sure that you're not putting punctuation between the author's name and the page number where the information can be found. Now, if you have any other questions about this, I gave you guys a good explanation of what it is. I told you last week that you have one document that's your first literary article, and then you have another document, your second literary article. They both are on the same topic, but one is more on point than the other. So you're going to take both of them and you're going to merge them together. So you're going to have A and B merged together, which is going to give you a new document, A, B, or C, what is in between the A and the B. So you have your new document that has your information that you found from both of the documents that you are comparing and contrasting. It's just as simple as that. Please don't make it any more difficult than it is. It is just cut and dry, real simple. You're just reporting what you're finding from the both documents. And the reason why you're using two different types of documents is because you don't want to be biased. You want to show both sides of the subject. You want to show a position that is for it and position that is against it, and then put those two documents together to come up with what you found. So give it a try. Get started on it early. Make sure you have it reviewed because it is due at the end of this week. And some students turned in their thesis and their outline, but some people did not. This is something that needs to be worked on right away because this is the map to show you where you're going. And if you're not mapping it out before you go there, then you're going to have bumps in the road. So make sure that you get this done and get it submitted. I do not accept all of these late assignments that I have been getting. Communicate with me, talk to me, let me know something. Don't just assume, oh, I missed a deadline, I can turn this in late. Because no, I do have structure in my class. But if you meet with me, we have a conference or something, we can get some kind of plan. I don't mind doing that. But I do mind when students are just randomly submitting late work without consulting with me. I scheduled a lot of student conferences and a lot of students did attend their conferences. I have a lot of students who have not. So this week, this Wednesday, during my office hours between 3 and 4 p.m., I'm going to do some makeup conferences. So be on the lookout for your new appointment if you missed your original appointment, because I will reschedule this time for all students. I want to be able to meet with each one of my students. I wanted to have it done before the midterm, but by so many people missing their appointments, I wasn't able to do that. So do all you can to make your appointment so I can at least get a face-to-face or with you, talk to you, discuss how you're doing in my class to see if there's something that we can do to get you back on track or what it may be. So look out for those appointments next week. Okay, so this is the whole thing. The rubric, the synthesis rubric is worth 100 points, and this is giving you what you need to do in order for you to get from 90 to 100, and then the scale decreases as we go on. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is your journal. Now, this is your journal and it's on plagiarism. And I give you a couple little videos. They're kind of cute that gets you right to the definition of what is plagiarism and 5 easy steps to paraphrasing. So watch these videos. She gives you a lot of good information. And then read your journal. Your journal is Trip by Trip Gabriel, and is was produced in the New York Times. And he's talking about plagiarism, lines blurred for students in digital age. So go ahead and read this and read your questions first to figure out what I'm going to require of you from this essay. So you want to find his thesis, you want to find his purpose for writing this article, and so forth and so on. And once you answer all of these questions in your journal, you take the information that you have found, and then you go ahead and write your essay that you're going to submit. The writing has been getting a lot better. I've given you guys a lot of compliments on your sentence essay, the one for your sentence. Um, Let me see. I think you guys were working on the circle of life. Yes. So your senses. I gave you the sense impression. I gave you guys all kinds of compliments because a lot of people kept it real positive. When we're looking at that image, a new meaning has been attached to it due to the coronavirus. Because before it used to be all sunshine and happy thoughts, and now we have to think about things that we used to do that we're not able to do. But I like how one student said, "Oh, we can still do these things." And you guys can, you can. You just have to be careful. If you go someplace, stick with your family, go by yourself, just get in have a little outing, go to the beach or what have you. Just don't get all crazy and come back home and make sure you're wearing your mask. But those little outings are what's going to help you stay sane, because there's so much going on now that we all need to get away. I haven't been doing that much getting away myself, but I want to. I think the last time I went someplace was in June, and it was for my birthday only, and I was terrified to even do that. But my daughter insists that I go for a ride, so we went to the Santa Monica beach, and it was really, really nice. I was scared to get out of the car, and I just walked up and down the beachway and what have you, but it still felt good to get out of Fresno and get something done, just to sightsee, if nothing else. So don't limit yourself to the things that you love. Just be safe and careful when you're doing it. Okay, so our next thing is the sense impression. And our sense impression for this week is the blue lady face. And I just gave it that names. The names are trivia. I just come up with whatever to give me some kind of way of organizing the work. It's not a way to guide you to thinking in a way of what the title is. Forget what the title is. You usually do that anyway, and just use your creativeness and go for it. So look at it. What do you see in this image? Just tell me what you feel if you were there. What would you taste? What would you smell? So just go ahead and finish that concept of our sense impression. And then we have our current event, which is the Trump and Obama plagiarism. Now, watch this video and see what you think about it. Do you think that Melania has the same speech as Michelle Obama? Just look at it and see what you think. And then here I find some criticism of it, so you can listen to it and see what other people said, and see just for yourself, what do you think? Do you think it was plagiarized, or what have you? It's totally up to you to make that decision. And that's all we have for our lesson. But I want to just look at my notes right quick to make sure I didn't forget anything. And one thing I wanted to give you a reminder is they finally loaded the evaluation. So the course evaluations should be in your course. They should be already there. The survey will run between Monday, that's October, I want it to be December already, October 11th, and then it's going to go through the end of the week, October the 18th. So be sure to take the survey. It should be in Canvas or through an email link, either one. You should be able to find it. But just wanted to call your attention to that. And it looks like that's just about it, you guys. So let me stop sharing my screen with you and come right back. And once again, every time I see this jersey, I think, go Raiders, go. And Lakers, you guys did a great job too. So I want to give a shout out to the Lakers. And you guys have a great week. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm always available for you. Watch out for your runner and sentences and your comma splices, and let's get this show on the road and get done with all of these assignments so you guys can have the victory at the end of the semester. So thank you and see you next week. Bye.